glory be to God. That is the testimony.
Praise the Lord. Praise God. I want to bless the name of the Lord for what He did for me. I was asked to stay at the office late yesterday, trying to resolve a performance management system that we're trying to put in place. But unfortunately, I could not, and it's becoming a burden to me. So in the middle of the night, I was praying, and something came. Why not tell it to God? Tell God all those things that are bothering you, and I started mentioning them one after the other. I left them there. As I was having my bath this morning, an idea just came to my head. I was wondering, why didn't I think about this all along? How to bless the name of the Lord for solution.
Praise the Lord. Praise Master Jesus. I thank you for my life and my family. I thank you for the member of this church. I thank you for the salvation you give it to me. I thank you for the wedding I do for my daughter. It's very successful. I give God glory.
Amen. And God will make all that successful.
Praise the Lord. I want to thank God first of all for the salvation of my soul. I want to thank God for the well-being of every member of my family. I want to thank God especially for how God has been keeping my mom, protecting and providing for her, keeping her strong. And I want to thank God again. If I don't do this one, I'll always feel guilty. God has been granting every member of my family journey basis because we travel every time, every day. If I don't do it, I will not be happy. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Thank God you are
I want to thank God for the salvation of my soul, and I want to thank God for my life and my family. I thank God. I told Pastor that I have a lump in my left breast, and he prayed. But the first time he prayed, it didn't go, and he kept on praying. People kept on coming out. But I thank God that he's gone. And I also want to thank God for the salvation of my younger brother. He read law, and something happened to him at Abuja, so he backslided. And I've been praying for his salvation. But to the glory of God, when I got back from church yesterday, he called me and he was full of praises and talking about Jesus. Praise the Lord, it can only be God.
Praise the Lord. I want to thank God for the salvation of my soul. I thank God for his faithfulness. I want to thank God on behalf of my friend, one that put to bed last week. When she got married, I was praying for the people that is believing God for the fruits of the womb. So I saw her in the revelation, in the dream. She was pregnant and she was doing the wedding. She has already been wedded. I was like, what kind of dream is this? I asked someone to say I should pray against death again for her. Actually, I saw her on January, and I was like, should I tell her or not? Someone said I should tell her. I was like, no, I'm not going to tell her, but let me continue praying. I want to thank God. She put to bed last Friday, and he got all the glory.
Who did all this?
Jesus. Oh my God.
Let's talk to the hands with all this testimony that he will not come back and share requests again. They are already done, they are already sealed. Let's also pray for all the people that have heard the testimony, that things that they require God to do in their life will be done, and they will have to bring in testimony like this too. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Let's put our hands together for Jesus Christ. God is in the business of doing miracles, and He will do your own in Jesus' name. He started a series yesterday. Who can remind us of the topic of it? Look at your book very well, because I'm going to quickly, let's quickly look at it. You are spying. But it's allowed to spy. Moving from Peter to Sweet part 1, but today we are going to be talking about part 2. And we took our text from the book of 2 Kings chapter 2, 19 to 22. 2 Kings, maybe we should quickly do that now. 2 Kings 2, 19 to 22. And the man of the city said unto Elisha, behold, I pray thee, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Lord seeth, but the water is not, and the ground barren. And he said, bring me a new cruse, and put salt therein. And they brought it to him. And he went forth unto the spring of the water, and cast the salt him there and said, thus saith the Lord, I have healed this water. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. 22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. And me too am speaking into your life, that whatever issue that is not pleasant, let the Almighty God terminate it and replace it with pleasant ones. In the name of Jesus. Yesterday, the first lesson that we took from this reading happened to be things are not always the way they appear to be. That was the first lesson. In life, that is the lesson that you should just hold dear to you, so that you will not quickly make decisions based on what you see or what you hear alone. It's very important. Things are not, the situation of the city happen to be pleasant, the city very beautiful. Maybe I can imagine that kind of city in this kind of world. But the water there very bitter. How will somebody survive without drinking right water? So sometimes it is very important, not even sometimes, most of the time, we should learn to look beyond what we are seeing. Well, we told us yesterday about Jesus Christ. They were prophesying about him, how he will function. In the book of Isaiah chapter 11 verse 3, Isaiah 11:3 said that he will not judge by the things that he will hear or see. And that is how we are supposed to be. When you live this life, you notice that there are some times that you have quickly made some decisions that you thought that you were so right. At the end of the day, you will now discover that I was wrong after all. And many people that are not humble enough, they make so many mistakes. But one thing that just as I told us yesterday, you should not be ashamed of saying that you don't know. Because it is also in the scripture that we will not know everything. There is nobody, no matter how anointed or gifted you are, you will not know everything. I thought that some people used to come to me concerning something and I'll tell them, I don't know, but let's not pray. I know God that can solve every problem, but I may not know the solution to every problem. And I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not somebody think that I'm a lesser pastor. Fine, let the person go to. But there are some people that they always have answer for everything, and that is not the right approach. In the book of Romans chapter 8:26, Romans 8:26, the Bible says that, for we know not. For what's making that phrase? For likewise the Spirit also helped our infirmity. For we know not. I'm not even interested. That means that there are some things that we will not know. God purposes sometimes will hide some things from us to see the people that will be humble enough to say, I don't know. God, what is the solution? What is the answer? But anybody that everything that comes to him or her, I know, the person will be stagnant and the person will suffer many things. In the book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 verse 29. Deuteronomy 29. Bible says that God actually is the glory of God to hide some things. If not God is hiding something, how can you know now? How can any human being know something? But you now expect the humility of coming to him so that he will not start revealing. This is why. The secret things belong unto the Lord, our God. But those things which are revealed, meaning that there are some things that are revealed. I will say also somewhere in Proverbs, but it is the glory of God to conceal a matter. It is the glory of the king to find it out. You will not always know. That's why the wise people, they have that mentality of, I don't know. And that is what makes them to know much. Because if you are like, and I don't know, you are like a dry foam. Immediately water gets into you, vroom, you will get it in. But the I know. If you already know and you are coming to me, I won't open my mouth. But the thing that you are telling me, you already know. What do I need to tell you again? That's why when God was talking to Ezekiel, he was trying to test him. He said that, Son of man, in Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 3, Ezekiel 37, said that, see the dry bones. What do you think? God asked him, man, And do you think that this thing can become living again? Some people will be quick at talking. He can, but he cannot. And God will not put the person up. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, Oh Lord God, what did he answer? Indirectly he said, I don't know. I don't know that will be dry. All the flesh have gone. Those soldiers that died, that they now became diamond. They have been died, according to history, about 100 years. Somebody has died, that must have been rotting. The bones have now become so dry. Just like if you see bone of a dog that has died. You know, it's just bone, nothing again. And God asked him, can this thing live again? He said, I don't know. And God now made him to realize that he could make it to live. And the Bible said that flesh just started coming in. Bread started coming in. And all those soldiers now became soldiers with all their uniform again. Just like 100 years before, the way they started the battle before they were killed, they just came. And the Bible said that they became exceedingly great army. I prophesy anything that has been done in your life, let the Almighty God fully restore. In the name of Jesus. So that was what we learned yesterday. We must have the humility of knowing that we will not know everything. And when you come to God with that, you know, how many people have seen some people watching football match and they see every mistake? See this one, see this one. You cannot see somebody that is coming behind you. You cannot see because he's not watching like you now. He's not watching like you. If you enter that place, like how you run, I play like that. You meet I used to do like that. But one day that I played, I ran from I don't know about now this thing these people they go to. It's very easy. It's very easy to criticize me until you come into my space and start living my life. Then I'm very sure that the criticism will reduce, if not that it increases. There are many people that they have given some appointment in the government. You know, the government is not doing well. After they give their appointment, we are not hearing them again. We are not, because truly in life, things are not always as they appear to be. The situation of this city, pleasant, but in the real sense, it was not that pleasant. There are some people that if you say, we have to be like this person, but if you only know what that person is going through, you may not pray that prayer. The number two thing that we are going to be talking about briefly today is that do not seek to do the convenient, but the needful. Do not always seek to do the convenient, but the needful. If you keep on doing the convenient, you will not grow. But you must seek to do what is necessary. That is what makes you to grow. The Bible said that you put the salt. Salt is not something that is sweet. Salt is something that is bitter. But sometimes we need to go through some bitter things to get to some sweet things in life. Sometimes champions do what they eat so that you will get what they love. They don't love waking up very early, going to work out, but they are having championship belts in their mind. And they will go through what they hate to get. Not everybody that has gone to the island or to their places of work today really felt like doing it when they woke up. But sometimes you do the bitter things. Sometimes the road to the sweet thing happen to be the bitter things. In the book of Psalm 30 verse 5. Psalm 30 verse 5. Though weeping is connected to joy sometimes. Weeping may endure for what? A night. But joy comes in the morning. That's why sometimes you will not fully despise bitterness or things that are bitter, because sometimes it can lead to sweet things in your life. In the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10, 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 10, telling us how suffering can be connected to settlement. Tell that for the God of all grace, but the God of all grace, who has called us unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that we have suffered. I would not like to suffer, but after that we have suffered a while, make you a prophet, establish, strengthen, and settle you. Open your mouth and pray and say, Father, every suffering in my life, convert to divine settlement. In the name of Jesus, convert every suffering in my life to divine settlement. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Don't always choose to do the convenient, but do the needful. There are two pains in life: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. If you embrace one, you will escape the other. If you try to avoid one, you will embrace the other. You must, both of them, they are pains. To discipline yourself in something is painful, but sometimes pain will lead to pleasure. There are some pain that will lead to pleasure. So it is very important for you to attract or embrace the pain of discipline, so that you will not necessarily embrace the pain of regret. When you are supposed to do something at a particular time and you don't do it and you just don't care, at the end of the day, it will lead to pain of regret. But sometimes when you discipline yourself, when other people are just living their life anyhow to do something, it may be painful to you that time because there are some things that you don't have access to. But at the end of the day, it will not lead to pain of regret. Other people will be looking at you and say, wow, you are blessed. Hard work is not a curse. Hard work is an instrument that God has given unto us to get to the point of our rest. The Bible said that God worked how many days? 6 days. And on the 7th, he rested. There are some things in life, they are like that salt that you put into it to bring forth the sweet water. Some things may be bitter, but they will lead you to your glorious testimony. I'm prophesying into your life. Whatever bitter experience that you have been going through, let God turn around unto sweetness in the name of Jesus. And then let God turn around unto sweetness in the name of Jesus. So some things in life may not be convenient, but once they are needful, the word of God is not always convenient. Paying your tithes sometimes may not be convenient. Trying to keep yourself holy is not always convenient. It's like that salt. Salt is not something pleasant, but sometimes you need salt to make the soup to be sweet. You need salt to get a better result. That is what we can bring out from that part. Don't always seek to do the things that are coming. I don't feel like reading my Bible. I don't feel like coming to church. There are many times, even as a pastor, I don't feel like preaching. I don't feel like, but I must do it. Apostle Paul said that necessity is placed upon me. Meaning that there are some things not about you rise up in maturity. You don't just do what you feel like. You do what your faith dictates to you to do. Sometimes faith and feeling, they will clash. Which one will you allow to prevail? People that allow their feeling to prevail, they don't rise high in life. But sometimes you must tell your feelings, shut up. This is what I have read about, I have heard about. This is what I will do. I put my feeling. And at the end of the day, you will see yourself rising. Shall we let's our feet and pray and say, Father, in every bitter experience, grant unto me sweet ones in the name of Jesus. Grant unto me sweet ones. Grant unto me sweet ones. Blessed be your name. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Father, we thank you for a word that has come to us to help us to walk this road of life. Father, guide us in the name of Jesus. And as we put all these things into practice, let the result be so evident in our lives. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed.